If you're a trader struggling with consistency, then this video is for you. So today I had a great trading day, but I was feeling a certain type of way in the morning that usually would lead to a rough trading day. And I identified this early on. And this is what I'm going to talk about here in this video. So as traders, it's hard to come into each day feeling exactly the same as the day before. And that's a challenge because we're trying to perform consistently. And so we want to feel like we can do that, like we can perform very consistently, day in, day out, achieve a predictable level of results. Now, obviously, it's not always going to be predictable, but you get the idea. So to do this, we have to center ourselves to feel a certain type of way to perform, even though as people, we're constantly in situations where it makes this challenging. You have personal stuff going on, maybe stuff happening with your family, friends, maybe something happened to you the day before, like somebody started an argument with you, whatever it is. It's hard to get that stuff pushed to the background and then still perform. But we see people do it all the time. We see athletes do it. We see different people go to work under enormous pressures that they're having at home, and they still perform. And we have to do that as traders. But this morning, I woke up and I was feeling just a little off. And this is because I had some personal stuff going on in my life, just stuff with the kids, stuff with my kids that was going on, disruptive things. You know, the night before, one of my kids had woken up in the night and thrown up. So I'm cleaning up throw up on the carpet. You know how it goes. I'll spare you the details, but you get the idea. I just disrupted sleep, stuff like that, things that threw my routine off. And there was other stuff going on as well. And I still had to come in. And then, also last night I went to an event. I had other stuff going on. So my routine was completely thrown off yesterday. And usually on Sunday nights, I have a really chill time before I go into my Monday morning trading session. And actually, for 2 weeks in a row, my Sunday night routine was thrown off a bit, which is unlike me to have that happen. And that affects me. It does. I can try to pretend that it doesn't, but I'm not a robot, and I don't trade like a robot, and I don't believe that you can push your emotions away. You're going to have emotions while you're trading. You're going to have emotions every single day. You're going to feel a certain type of way. Sometimes you're going to feel off, sometimes you're not. It just varies. And so I came in to this morning just feeling a little bit off. And same thing last week on Monday. I had gone to a concert the night before last week. And so I was kind of tired coming into Monday morning. Now this week, coming into Monday morning, I was feeling off from the stuff that had happened on the weekend. And I'm recording this on Monday. So this is Monday. I'm recording this after my trading session and after my live stream that I did earlier. So I talked about some of this on the Monday live stream. So if you're watching this later in the week, you can go and watch the Monday live stream. And I talked about a little bit of this stuff. And I cover this. And I'll talk about this more throughout the week in my school community with my Zoom calls and everything else. And if you want to learn more about that, just check it out in the description. So and by the way, if you do check that out, there's a 7-day free trial. So you can check it all out and you can join my live calls and all that and follow along throughout the session while we're doing trading and everything. And so I do these every day where I come up here and I do these walk and talks in the woods. Now, usually I'm not doing a walk and talk. Usually I'm just doing a walk. It's just part of my daily routines after trading. But basically, coming into today, I was feeling a little off. So how did I handle this? Well, the way I handled it was I did my normal stuff that I always do. I did a daily prayer. I always pray every morning. And one thing that I've been doing that I think is even better, I'm going to turn around here. Come on, Vinny. Come with me, bud. Dog's name is Vinny, by the way. So one thing I've been doing lately is I have been actually praying out loud in the morning. So I think that this has a different effect. So I'll pray out loud. And if you're not the religious type or whatnot, you can still do this by just speaking gratitude affirmations out loud, talking about what you're thankful for, just practicing this, you know? So I always have my prayer, and in my prayer, I do a gratitude practice as well. And I thank God for what I have and where I'm at, talk about the things I'm thankful for in my life, and I do it out loud. And I think by doing it out loud, I'm speaking it out loud and then I'm hearing it, and it really internalizes for me. And I think it's amazing to do that. So that's something that I've been doing more of. And as we go, I do that. And then afterwards, I do my very brief meditation just to center myself, a little bit of breathing exercises, just a little bit of stuff to calm me down and be ready. Now, at this point of the day, I've done that. I make my green tea, pet my dog, feed my dog, and then I write my note to my partner, my love note to my partner, and then I check in with my school community. I open up the chart, I start charting, and I'm ready to go. Now, even though I was feeling off this morning, and I had some stuff that threw me a little off from my normal schedule, I was able to come in and execute my trading plan properly because of these practices. This is just something I can't stress enough. Having a daily practice is so crucial. And the daily practice pre-market is a really, really valuable thing that I've learned along the way. I used to just get up and just open the chart and just start going after it. And the thing is, by doing it this way, I have a much more predictable approach that helps so much in my trading. It's, you know, a lot of this has been inspired along the way just through, you know, talking to my girlfriend who, you know, stresses the importance of daily practice. And it's interesting how it carries across disciplines. But with trading, it's so crucial. And I remember I was reading a book a while back. It was called, well, there's a couple of them, but Relentless. It was called Relentless, and it's by Tim Grover. And he was a coach for Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and some other athletes. And he talks about how meticulous they were about their routines of what they would do before their games and how they would perform. And, you know, it never left me just how important it is to, if you want to perform at the highest level, have a practice, a daily routine, rhythm, practice, things that you can do to center yourself, because you're not always going to have the perfect moment. And I think in the book, it was either in that book or his other book, Winning, I think he was talking about just how Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, like what they used to do to separate themselves from others, and how they would be able to perform under immense pressure and lock in. And anyway, I can't do it justice and talk about it all in this video, but those books are really great books where he covers it. And you have to be able to learn how to get yourself into the right frame of mind for performance despite what's happening in your life. And you have to be able to identify when you need to do these practices to lock you in, and even spend extra time on them in order to perform. So this is something that I want to cover more and more as we go, and I'm going to make more videos about this. And people have been asking me to make more videos about mindset, lifestyle, trading psychology, and that's what I'm going to do. If you want to learn more about my strategies, you can learn that by going to my school community in the link below. I have some other stuff on YouTube for free that you can check out. But yeah, if you want to do a 7-day trial for the school community, it's in the description. You can learn more about that. And I'll be making more videos just about mindset and releasing these each week. So I will see you in the next one.